As the year went along, as 2019 went along, I got a lot busier as far as like number of orders. The money I was making was better because I was getting more orders. I was still in my garage at the time. And then beginning of 2020, so in January 2020, I actually only worked one shift in 2020, and that was the last time I've done any physical therapy, was in January of 2020. And I've been full-time PT or full-time arm assassin since then.
Okay.
Sometimes it's more than full-time.
Yeah. Especially you, kind of like you said, being kind of like almost a one-man army. You don't necessarily like get to work the exact same hours every single day. If you have more orders, that might mean more work. So
Yeah.
overtime, so to speak. But yeah, I mean, it depends on the volume of orders you're taking in and what you have to get put out and certain deadlines. So yeah, you're probably not always working uh, scheduled hours or typical work hours. And I know you've often mentioned you get up a lot of times like 4 or 5 in the morning when you
Yeah.
start.
So most days I wake up at 4 and I start by 4:30 at the latest.
Okay.
That's mainly just especially during the summer, is to get through with the heat. Like, so by 10 o'clock, it's like already getting to be way too hot to be in full welding attire. So I try to get as much as possible done by 10:30, 11. And then I do the packaging, running if I need material, and I kind of do all that stuff afterwards. But yeah, and I mean, it's just easier. I'm a morning person. I like, as soon as my eyes are awake or our eyes are open, I'm awake. Like, it takes me like 5 minutes and I'm ready to rock and roll for the day. But like someone like my wife, she is the complete opposite. So she's more of a take an hour to relax and drink her coffee, and I'm like, drink my coffee on the go.
Yeah.
But so it works out good for that.
What, so like I said, you started with these smaller items that you're working on in the beginning. Was it difficult for you to like not only transition to bigger orders and bigger stuff, but like making Saxon bars, making these things? I'm sure there's probably like a learning curve with some of this stuff. Was it, I guess, like a rough transition, or was it pretty natural and kind of just a slow progression the way it worked out? Because like, I mean, you constantly have been adding stuff to the site over the last few years that even I've been aware of your company and supporting it and buying everything. There's a lot of new things popping out constantly, so it's always evolving. You're always kind of improving the quality of stuff or upping the amount of items, or just the variety of training stuff that you have for sale. But how hard is that to go from kind of making basic stuff on the side to your catalog now?
Well, as far as the biggest thing that happened was I rent a large space now, a garage, like it's a 3-bay garage space that's about 5 times the amount of square footage as I was working in.
Okay.
So yes, it's a lot more overhead cost wise, but it's allowed me to be way more efficient by having that extra space. And so by being more efficient, it's allowed me to be able to get more stuff done, which has allowed me to kind of broaden the things I can make. So if I have more time and I have more space, I can make bigger items because I have more room to put them. I have more room where I can package them. And that's kind of where things have grown. Sometimes things on the website, someone will ask for a custom item and then it'll become a regular item. So it really just depends on what it is. And then that item might now be offered in 5 different sizes instead of just one size that original order was made by, or maybe offered in different lengths. It just really depends on what the item is and where the idea comes from. Because some things like, say Rogue makes this piece of equipment, well, they only offer it in one size. Well, not everybody wants that one size. So like, how can I make this one piece now have 10 different sizes or 12 different sizes and lengths? Like, so you have different diameters, different lengths. And that's kind of where I feel like my business excels compared to these bigger companies, is I have the ability to move any direction at a fast pace because I am just one person, and be able to make custom. So someone orders an item and they're like, oh, can I get this in standard plates instead of Olympic plates. I'm like, yep, no problem. Because I make everything after order anyways.